life. Goliath stands before me, but I can't.
When I began writing this song about 2 years ago, little did I know that the fight of my life was about to begin. Due to a decision that I made in a moment of weakness, my whole life and world was about to change completely. I know some of you at this point is wondering, what in the world is Jeremy talking about? Don't worry, I'm about to tell you. At that stage of my life, I found out that I was about to enter into fatherhood. Yeah, I said it, fatherhood. You know, sometimes we like to blame the enemy for decisions and choices that we make in our lives when the reality is it's not the enemy, but it's the enemy. Now, instead of making excuses for why it happened or asking the question, why me? I had to stand and face the man in the mirror and realize that every decision that I make and every choice that I make has a consequence to it. And I had to stand up and be a man about mine. So when I began to pen these lyrics, the first words that could come out in the midst of my fear, in the midst of my worry about what was to come next, the first words I could get out was, it's the fight of my life. Not only did this decision affect me, but it affected everything that was connected to me. My family, the McKains ministry, the church, everything was about to change. And the next line to that verse was, Goliath stands before me. The truth is I can't hide. What was before me appeared as a giant that I couldn't defeat. But at this point, I couldn't run from it. I couldn't hide. Being that I live in a glass house, it's very easy for people to get in your business and know what's going on. All my life, I've lived in the spotlight, so you couldn't really hide from this one. But I had to get a confidence like David to realize that if God before me, then the who doesn't even matter. If God was fighting for me, if God was on my side, then defeat is not an option for me. Yes, I had setbacks. Yes, I had to battle depression and other things that came to try to destroy me, condemnation and guilt and shame and all that came at me. But I had to stand in the confidence to know if God brought me to this juncture and chapter in my life, then he's faithful to bring me to the next. I'm not 100% sure what my next looks like, but I know God is fighting for me. So what seemed like an insurmountable mistake in the moment turned out to be one of the greatest blessings of my life. I love my son Joshua. That word Joshua is actually derived from the Hebrew word Yeshua, which means God is my salvation. I'm a living witness and testimony that God saved me when I couldn't save myself. So for everybody out there that feels like your life is over, you feel like you've made a decision or a mistake that you can't bounce back from, or maybe you just find yourself in a place of isolation or in a place of defeat, I just want to encourage you, if I could make it through what I went through, and I'm still here and I'm a survivor, I believe that God could pull you out of what you went through. Scripture says, for we know that all things work together for the good of them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. That's not just the good, but that means the good, the bad, and the ugly come together and it works out for you good. So pick your head up, brush your shoulders off, put a smile on your face, blast this song, and be encouraged to know that if God is with you, if God is on your side, the who doesn't even matter. So this is my declaration. This is our declaration. All I see is victory.
Romans chapter 8 and 31 declares, what shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, then who can be against us? So whatever is opposing you cannot break or destroy you, because who is for you has all power. Come on, let's declare.
If God be for